But if they can keep this tied or potentially get a flag out and maybe a score here would be huge. They've got one out, but it's out on the other side for Nerd as well. That should be a return. He's got to run it topside for his team, but there's one in behind. Momentous has to go huge here. Otherwise, this will be a late and clutch cap for LDLC.
Getsum's got 8-wave available. He's got to use it correctly if he wants to make this one happen. And Momentous isn't going to be able to pick up that kill. Not the right trade from Logan. However, Scraps still got his...
Everybody's over now. Everybody's over.
Oh, wow. This is clutch. This is clutch time, Maven.
It's just, can they get the return? The stalemate, I think, going to probably take us through to halftime unless they can chase him down mid-map. The return might come in. Here comes the return. He's not going to get there in time, though. The return comes in. One player pushing. He would have had to win a tough 1v1 there, but I think you're pretty happy for your LDLC right now.
Yeah, but I think there was also a mistake because at the end, if you look at the radar, there was 5 seconds left. And if you looked at the map, you would have known that there was no way that Rampage could cap in time. So why not go on your flag and just hope for the return rather than just wasting it?
Trust yourself to win that 1v1 and maybe get the cap.
Even if you lose it, you're not gonna,
it's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter.
And you really, I mean, what was it? He tried to turn there with 2 seconds left or something to try and get...
Mistakes costing those teams so much.
They certainly are. It's going to be Scraps using an HC off the rip here. Spots one player bottom lab. Sorry, buddy. Car flying in. You got 2 down for LDLC. I'm just trying to see if they can pick up a couple kills mid-map. They're not. That's 4 down. That's 4 down. This is the pressure. This is the flag out. Now, let's see where the spawn comes in is the big thing. You had 2 spawn around Palace. Where are the others going to pop here? They're going to pop top side. The one player top AC is able to clutch, but he is going to drop here. They're trying to rotate over. It's a race now for the flagpole or the return. Can they get there in time? A heat wave comes in. They're able to pick up a couple kills. Nerd able to grab it now. Can he get away to Palace? He has kinetic. He gets around the corner. Got tagged up, but still going.
Oh, he's got a lot of work on his ends, and Kinetic just ended. He's going to drop, and the flag is going to be returned. And once again, that first flag round, why did he run it on the left side? Because Ryan could have told him they were spawning it. He had sight on it.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen some sloppy plays for sure here. No team able to clutch yet, but would you want anything different? What we've seen in these first 2 respawns, they're coming down to the wire. There's been some amazing plays, some sloppy plays, but all that matters is the result. These have been crazy.
Exactly, and so far it's all tied up, and Scrap's going to have a lot of work on his ends as he needs to pick up that kill on Tony. At the same time, Tempo are pulling up this flag. Can they make it happen this time around? And Ryan once again is going to drop onto that left side. Logan's going to drop him, and they're making a lot of kills. Rampage just don't seem to be able to pull that flag on the correct side of the map.
No, they have not been able to. There haven't really been, I mean, the stalemates, I guess the teams kind of got it across the halfway point, but other than that, none of these flag runs have really worked out at all. And that one that would have been a cap with that spawn in Palace is probably the one that's going to stand out the most for me. That should have been a cap. It played a little bit differently here, but now we got 3 minutes left on the second side, still all tied up 0-0, and now it's going to be LDLC's turn to get forward. They had a couple down. You saw the player just spawn bottom in Palace. Tony able to win 1. The player rotating over to deal with this is going to be Momentous, but what actually might be a nuisance was Nerd, but Nerd did get spotted out as he was trying to rotate over to through connector. Yeah, Nerd is eventually going to drop, and now LDLC is going to try to make the push happen, and the HC is a good news for Logan as he can get the information onto the location of the Temple player. He's going to make that first kill happen. That could be a pull. Can he win this? Oh God, those shots were filthy. He gets the one he needs. He is out. He's going topside. Player drops from behind, but it's this. This is everything. The overextension being watched by Xerox. He has got to be ready to deal with this. One player wrapped through middle. One's going to be pushing him in a second. He finds the player from middle. Can he find the one from behind as well? No, he will drop, but Logan's got it out, and that is a cap on the board for LDLC. A 1-0 lead here with 2:15 left to go. And now he's got kinetic armor. He needs to make the right use of it because one more kill is going to pick up that lightning strike, and he's just going to do so. Logan coming in big. Oh, there's the streaks. 7 kill streak for Logan, just making LDLC alive again in that CTF. It's been 7 minutes of all tied up, but LDLC finally able to pick up that flag. And I would have considered saving these streaks for a flag out at least, right? Make that hero play. You have the Hellstorm for when they get a pull. I'm not sure why he opts to use it now, as that kind of lets you save one mistake here. Oh, and I don't know if I agree with this cool streak he used once again because he's got so many players close to him. At least he's going to get the information now. Oh, this is dangerous. Well, this is very dangerous. You're going to wish you want your Hellstorm in a second here, I think, if they win that one gunfight. That's Momentous getting one. You've got another player here as well in Scraps. They're going to have flag out. Now, where do they opt to push? They want to take this top side. Let's check on with Logan because he already used the lightning. So he called in the lightning. They're going to hide inside a cage, and now you don't have the Hellstorm to do anything. So you're still looking all right, but look how they opt position. That lightning allowed them to get set up pretty well.
Yeah, that's a very nice positioning from LDLC. I would be surprised if Tempo was able to. Oh no! What? Crap!
This is going to be a flag out on the other side.
No way! No way! It's going to be a stalemate again. However, Maven, because the Rampage player are still in LDLC spawn. What is going on?
I don't know. That player apparently forgot how to operate a controller, but now you've got a stalemate. 40 seconds on the clock. That's Tony coming up big. I think you just saw the flag carrier go across mid-map, and they just need to hold on. Tony just has to play his life here. They just have to defend him, and the flag carrier is going to have to come back and apply pressure. You'll see now they're rotating back. They have to give it their all. He's got heat wave. If he can't get killed on the jump across here, that's definitely game. They're trying to push back, trying to pick up the kills. There's the return. Tony should be able to punch it through, and that's it for LDLC.
And what a great job out of Tony, only picking up 10 kills during the game, but picking up 3 kills while running the flag, basically flag running and defending himself at the same time. And Logan and Tony bringing those 2 flags home for LDLC. What a crazy game once again.
Who walked off the map with the flag?
Scraps. That was...
So that's Mr. Clutch.
That's...
What, did he break his ankle there? Was there a rock?
I don't know what happened, but Scraps has been a hero basically the whole game and just cost this map to his team basically. What the heck?
I mean, it wasn't a guaranteed cap by any stretch, but you at least had an opportunity there. I don't know.
I think this exact gap is a choke point because the same thing happened to your DRS Watson at AGL. He fell off the map in the same position.
Was it the same exact position?
The exact same gap. It was not the same action because he was running on the other side, but it was the same gap. I think he's just drawing you.
There's a large gust of wind there.
Yeah,
apparently.
maybe, you just get the wind and drop in and drop the flag.
I'm going to blame El Nino. But a tight one ends up being secured by LDLC. 2-0 victory here in the CTF as they're able to tie up the series 2-2. These respawns have been insane, but now you got to think of the final 3 maps. We're going to have 2 S&Ds. The first S&D was 6-3 for Tempo.
Yeah.
They were in control. Well, it's actually hard to say they were in control the whole way because they almost, if it wasn't for Scraps, I mean, that goes to around 11 potentially because those 2 1v1s that I think he won. I don't even know.
Well, we told you this game was going to be crazy, and we definitely didn't lie. Maven, it's one hell of a game so far.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Will it be, the newcomers from the UK or the French LDLC able to get back in? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Machine, take it away, pal.
Thanks very much, you guys. So some people have fallen off when they really shouldn't. Maybe the pressure getting to them. Scraps just completely, perhaps just falling away with their chances of that win in CTF. But it was as anticipated, Phil. We said it was going to be quite a slow one, and a 0-0 first half is testament to that.
Yeah, it was. It was slow in some senses and then fast and then all kind of going crazy. It was a typical CTF. That's what I would say. Right. But LDLC definitely are not used to playing the tempo of tempo.
The tempo of tempo.
Yeah.
And some would say that LDLC were on a rampage as well.
I like it.
Jeez. Anyway, Gio, let's go to you first. We don't get to sometimes hear the intricacies of your top analysis, but this is when the first cap came in.
I will say that this game was decided by Logan, that he was carrying the flag and also he went off after he got the 1 point and he had all the streaks. Then the game was one-sided. We know that Scraps tried to get a flag on near the second hill and he fell off. That was a big mistake, I think.
This really impressed Jonas and Maven, actually. This use of kinetic armor whilst holding the flag after capping it. That's, just have the presence of mind.
And also, it was alone defending it. So we have to say that it was alone defending it, the flag. So he had to, keep this point up, keep the score up, and work it pretty well.
He certainly did. We haven't heard from you then, Bryce. Coming into what we kind of started to assume was going to be going back the way of Rampage, you started to believe once again.
I'm just not going to make any more predictions, to be perfectly honest.
I think if we were doing prediction success rate, everyone right now other than Gio is looking rather embarrassed at this point.
Well, I need my fence back. Uplink Super Time is a very special time.
Super Time. I hadn't quite heard of Super Time prior to this.
Well, it's basically what happened in that game. That's the definition of Super Time, just so you're aware. But yeah, this kind of has gone obviously LDLC's way, and we did say don't sleep on LDLC. We did say it's going to be a little bit close. We predicted a 4-2. That can still come true as well.
Okay.
So we are going to actually see that come through as well. I think this is, like I said, I think this now ends on the hard point. But yeah, don't sleep on LDLC. They are a very good team, and it'll be a shame not to see them in the... Both these teams probably deserve to be in Season 2. Unfortunately, we can only have one.
Absolutely, and now it does come down to potentially the next two maps. I mean, we are going to have another S&D, which everyone has already hailed to be the strength of Rampage Tempo. Then again, we saw what LDLC did on Infection. Things looked like they had something. They had some inner workings there on SD. They certainly wasn't the 6-0 that some of us were anticipating. That's coming up next on Hunted, so I'd like to discuss that a little further. Though I don't think there's too much observation to be made on that CTF. Anyone got closing thoughts on CTF, or should we move into SD?
No.
Yeah?
I thought it was just a
quiet CTF?
Normal CTF.
Yeah. All right. So a quiet, slow CTF. Methodical is a nice way to put it. And now we're going to be heading into Search and Destroy. It's on Hunted, a map that I actually feel is one of the most effective on Search and Destroy. It's got so many different routes that you can have, and it actually enables SMGs, which I know Gio is a big fan of. Aggressive SMGs can thrive on this map, both on offense and defense. You don't get that with all of them. Infection specifically sometimes does limit that. Whereas on Hunted, there's a lot of routes that really can get under the skin of a defensive team. I'm a big fan of taking mid control on this map, and I'd like to know your thoughts on, what you expect on Hunted. I'll start with you actually, Bryce, because you seem to have something to say.
I don't like mid control.
You don't like mid control?
No.
How would you?
So for me, like I said, the issue with this and the bomb sites when we go into Hunted is the fact I've said this before, and I'll say it again. And one of these days I'll have to break it down completely. But B bomb site is the most unique bomb site in the history of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's a tactical cluster of ridiculous. Everything about that bomb site is ridiculous. The way you take it is very standard. You kind of go through and try and pinch it. But then after that, like you've got the waterfalls. You can wall run through the waterfall. You've got water both sides. You've got a bridge you can jump on. You've got various mantle points. 2 hard points of cover. It's dark. There's 2 main alleyways, and there's a corner you can hide in. Like, it's genuinely a mind-boggling bomb site. And if you try, you can only realistically take it in an efficient manner with 4 players, and you can only realistically hold it in an efficient manner with 4 players if you put the bomb down, which is why we see a lot of confusion around that bomb site, and a lot of people trying to counterplay. It's a specialist side as well. You're going to see, because of how difficult it is to actually kind of have a set strategy for exactly what's going on, that's where your heat wave comes in. That's where you can add your active camo, your glitch. It really matters on this bomb site because of how difficult it is.
And I mean, heat wave was the point I was making beforehand about Hunted ST, just because I can't think of another map where heat wave is so influential on breaking and defending that both of the bomb sites. Phil.
Yeah, heat wave and active camo. Yeah. Active camo, mix it with some water is just it gets a little bit crazy, like Brycey said. And heat wave, like you said, both of them are inside, so score streaks are kind of nullified on this one.
Right.
Your HCXDs, yes, your darts maybe, but your lightning strike, your hellstorms, they're not as useful coming into this. So you've really got to, plan out your ban and protects going into this map.
And if we were planning out our ban and protects, our mystic Meg on the corner there, who has been absolutely perfect with his predictions. We're going to SD Hunted, dude. What would you say is the most likely anticipation, or what would you anticipate coming into this?
I think we could see another stock ban or protect in that case by LDLC. Then we will see for sure Overdrive get banned again.
Yeah.
And I think stun and flashbangs will be banned, so they're going to play just relying on their individual skills and their weapon.
We talked about the whole kind of the B site involving smoke and a thermal. Is there other players that are likely to be picking up a sniper here, or do we not really have one?
I think that banning, if they're going to ban Overkill, that is one of the pretty standard ban on the Search and Destroy. Maybe we will see one sniper, maybe Ryan, as we saw on Infection, but I'm not sure. Maybe we could see him in 1 round, 2 round, but nothing more.
So it's not going to have like a Whalers who's relentlessly throwing that smoke and peeking into it, which people keep.
Or, Stasi, who is the best sniper in the history of the planet.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Let's keep bringing that up. Let's keep reminding ourselves. Can I just say, by the way, talking to Zero, he will take that bet. I was talking to him earlier. He says he'll do a 1v1 with Stasi, and he'll put some Skrilla on the line as well. I'd pay to watch that. I would. There you go, Zero. That's how you start your streaming career, mate. Get that 1v1 streamed against Stasi. But I mean, moving away from Pulse, of course, we have already waved goodbye to them. People are probably sitting there at home like, what on earth have I just joined? What on earth are we watching? Yeah. This is the COD World League relegation matches, where basically one best of 7 determines your fate for the entirety of the second stage of this World League. $200,000 a stage. And of course, those finals are going to be played out on Saturday and Sunday. Today is dedicated to finding out who will survive and who is going to be once again waving goodbye to the COD World League hopes and dreams of stage 2. the bottom 4 of the league. We had 10 teams competing. The bottom 4 are here in Cologne, well, not only alongside the teams that knocked them down to that bottom 4, but they're also playing one game to determine their future, their fate. And so far, we have said goodbye to Pulse. This one is a whole other story, though. Like, that game was done by now. And now we are seeing LDLC. Like, it's such a funny kind of comparison or juxtaposition to have a team like LDLC, who have fought so hard and so long in the World League, going up against a team that are like, yeah, well, I mean, we don't have that much synergy. We're just here to play. I mean, we argue quite a bit, but we're doing all right. We're succeeding accidentally almost. And it's so funny to see the juxtaposition between two very different, what feels like chemistry, and two very different teams.
I mean, I think it's natural talent showing through. Natural talent and chemistry is the biggest one. But I do want to point out, previously we've seen maps go down between other players, but as it gets into the Brand and Protect, this game did happen at the previous event, and on the same map, same game mode. It's actually map 5 last time when it came up, and Tempo took this 6-3.
Okay, so keep your eyes on Tempo. I mean, all eyes are on them as a team that have already claimed their strengths in Search and Destroy. But we do begin right here, right now, with our Ban and Protects. Hunted SD is going to be the game and map. And it looks like Gio is spot on so far. Goodbye Flash, goodbye Concussion. He's doing the gun gesture again. I don't know if you can see that. Overdrive is going to be taken away. You said active camo as well. We were talking about the power of Heatwave.
I'm not sure you can give this one to Gio, to be perfectly honest with you. They've banned the same thing the last 4 maps. Him predicting it's going, oh, I think eventually the sun will rise at some point in the next 24 hours.
I think they require oxygen to breathe and hair grows. There you go. Perhaps
unless you're Maven, of course. Oh, hey, he said he should replace the whole panel. I'll get my shots in while I can, thank you.
That's a good idea.
No, we will see for sure. I got it.
Do you know a name we didn't mention in our post-match was Momentous? He had a huge moment in the uplink. Do you remember that the H60 double? Then another just in the last in the 50 seconds that they set.
Wait.
Hold the phone. Talking of Momentous, look what he has snatched away.
It's a momentous change.
That was a quick draw ban.
I think Maven will be happy about this.
That's just throwing something out there. That's actually massive. So many players are not going to have their timings down. They're not going to be ready for that. That's huge.
Yeah,
that's a game changer.
I'll let you outline it, Phil.
I mean, I'm just going to say there's not a class I don't have on my Black Ops 3 setup without quick draw. So, that would be me changing absolutely everything. And
they're actually been ready really fast as well.
I think
that's kind of weird.
I think it will change everything for the SMG players. The assault rifle sometimes are used to play without quick draw because they will save points for their perks, or maybe to put more nades, more I don't know, in this case smoke.
Yeah.
Or EMPs.
I mean, we talked about the power of the stock ban, which has been very, very prominent already today. This feels like in the same kind of vein where it's like people are not used to playing without stock, and more so not used to playing without quick draw. This could make a huge, huge change. And let's remind ourselves this is coming out from Rampage Tempo, who want to try and get under the skin of LDLC, take them into an environment that they're not comfortable in. And taking that attachment away certainly is going to put them a little bit more on edge coming into a very crucial Search and Destroy.
I think it's much bigger than a stock ban, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, stock is something we see quite a lot. A lot of the ARs in this game, or SMGs, will be used to it.
Absolutely.
They're used to playing without stock. Very few will be played without quick draw, especially if you're an SMG. I don't think we're going to see that many on this map, but yeah, I think this is probably going to come down to M8's pre-aiming now. Just a lot of that all over this map.
Yeah, I think that a lot of players are not used to play without quick draw, especially the SMG, because they are usually play with grip and quick draw. So I think they will affect their gameplay, and maybe they will switch to play for AR. And also, I think we will see a lot of players using the M8, using long barrel or grip, because they are two most useful, attachments over an M8 other than the quick draw.
Is no one from LDLC talking? I don't see any mouths moving for the French. They are just sitting there in a zen state.
I'll tell you what we didn't really see, the specialist draft. But I'm guessing it's active camo, heatwave, kinetic armor, and probably glitch.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. I mean, the heatwave and active camo is going to be huge on this. Brightly out loud, the B-bomb site, that's where it's going to be used. There's nothing more satisfying than running through that waterfall and blowing a heatwave.
Well, indeed, talking of heatwave, things are going to be heating up as we do introduce a very sexy caster pair. It's going to be Maven and it's going to be Oxygen. Take it away, you two.
Thank you, ladies. Game 5 is upon us. Series tied 2-2. S&D did not go so well for LDLC the first time, and now no quick draw.
It's about to be a very weird one. Basics is going to take forever to do your aiming, and you got to be prepared for that. It's going to be a struggle for the SMG players. Like I was saying, you just need to never stop aiming. That's what's going to happen, I think, on the LDLC side. And this is definitely going to slow them down. And we could see that Rampage was prepared for it because it took them 10 seconds to do their classes.
Yeah, you saw how quickly they got prepared. Definitely planned for them strategically. And it looks like we're going to see a pretty two-person stack on defense. Let's take a look at it. You see one player's going to be flying over Waterfall. He picks it out. There's two. That Scraps going big, able to shut it down. One kill getting traded out, but still in favor here of Tempo. LDLC getting shut down and crushed. Scraps open it up. Ryan shuts it down.
Look at Ryan with the kill cam, missing the first shot, pulling his L-car out, and then straight away again with the sniper, getting the quick scope onto the last player from LDLC. Did you see Scraps almost picked up the third kill through the waterfall? He didn't even see him. It just like got a burst through the waterfall.
That's unbelievable stuff there. Good awareness coming in. Yeah. That's a pretty, I want to say, kind of standard push there through that waterfall. You can get there so quickly and surprise players, but not surprising Scraps. Ryan had the sniper out for a second, opts to put it away here for the M8. Let's see how they decide to hit B. Ryan's feeling confident, wants to peek the corner. Might have had one, but there is one player in water. Who's that down below? That's going to be Logan. Let's take a look at his point of view here. And he's going to find one in water. Does he go up? Might find two. Hit fire. Doesn't end up finishing the kill. It's a 2v2. Trying to find this kill here at top bridge. Not able to get it. Only has 11 bullets left. Finally finds it, and we've got a 1v1 here in round 2.
Oh, it could have been a disaster if he missed that kill because the other Rampage player was very close and could have traded it before. But now it's a 1v1 situation. Tony with his sniper is coming up against arguably Rampage's best player so far in the series, except from falling down the map in CTF. He's been playing really good in this game.
He needs to find an M8 or a VMP, I think. Something here. I just don't feel like comfortable with the sniper RK5 combo when you're in a 1 versus 1.
He's got stuff to use as well. He's got his concussion grenades ready. However, he's chosen to stay on the A side, and it looks like it's not going to play in favor as the bomb's probably going to go down on B.
Yep, bomb getting planted now, and it'll be up to Tony here to try and retake in the 1v1. And this is big too, because look at Scraps, how close he is to the HC, getting close to streaks. If he can get this kill in the 1v1, this is going to be so timing based. You see going through water is Tony. He's going to come over the top. He will get spotted out. Nice positioning there from Scraps. And he, like you said, clutching game 2. Now he's clutching up in game 5.
Honestly, they need to do something about it. It seems like every single time it's Scrap making the play happen for Rampage. And that was a risk to take that position, because if it come the other way around, then he would have died for sure. But Scrap's picking up so many kills towards that waterfall. It seems like this is the only thing he's looking, and the only place he's picking up kills.
Well, it's a popular route, and he kind of took a gamble there, like you said, and it ends up working out for him. I want to go back to Scraps just because he has the HC. He still eats 250 to the dart. He's going to be going with an M8 in this one. We saw him play excellent defense the first time around at defending B, and it looks like it's going to be another B push. Who's going to be coming over the waterfall? I thought Xerox might be, but he opts to go down in water.
Yeah, he's going to try and find the first kill. However, Ryan just dropped in the water to pick that up, and it's going to be on Gatsam. However, not going to be able to pick up the second as Tony makes the kill happen, and it's just
I was getting so lost far there. Another 1v1, though. Back-to-back rounds here, and they are within inches of each other. Now, where is he? So he just got out of water. Okay, so he tried to get safe. He didn't want to challenge that against a sub-player, but he is right around the corner. They're going to engage, and that's going to be Nerd closing it out. Tempo, 3-0 advantage here. And this reminds me of the last S&D just because there's so many close, tight rounds that all have gone the favor of Tempo.
Exactly. It seems like every time there is a Tempo player all alone, it's just going to clutch at 1v1. It's time around. It's going to be Nerd onto Logan, and Scraps picking up 2 kills. One more time. Honestly, at this point, if you're LDLC, just spot where Scraps is going and just focus killing him first.
Well, you're going to see Tony pulling out. I think he actually switched out of the sniper. It's going to be Ryan, though, that'll have
He's got more kills than all of his teammates combined.
Yeah, well,
and more kills than all the LDLC players combined.
He's having one hell of a game. Let's see how Ryan wants to peek the corner here. He wants to slide out with the sniper, tries to snap onto a player, but he'll get picked out. They are able to trade 1-for-1, though, before Scraps ends up dropping, and now this is the round. You got Scraps out. You got Nerd by himself. You got to close this out, and finally LDLC getting on the board.
3-piece from Logan, stepping it up to get the first round on board of Team LDLC. Look at it on your final kill cam. Just Very easy swimming in the water. Just running through his bullets. And Logan, you know, he's one player we haven't talked too much about on the LDLC side, but if you look at this, you know, the past 10 minutes of this series, he's been playing extremely well in CTF and now stepping it up on SND, actually picking up 6 kills already, so almost matching Scrap's performance.
Well, let's go over to Logan because he's getting close to streaks now. You see he's got a frag and a trophy to go as well. He'll be running that perk 3 greed for blast suppressor and dead silence, and he sees one challenge immediately through window. That was Nerd that was able to pick up the kill. Can they trade it out? Trying to get it, but there comes in the grenade. Nerd doing such a great job. Let's switch over to him because he's got 2 of his 3 kills in this round, but it's actually going to be Xerox now by himself. He has managed to get inside a hut here.
It almost made the 1v4 happen earlier. Now it's a 1v3 missed by 1 kill, so maybe this time around will be the correct one?
I don't think he saw that player, but he probably got spotted out. He's able to get one on steps, though. He didn't see the one mid. Now he's going to get picked up there from backdoor at the A site. 4-1 tempo, 2 rounds away from taking advantage in this series.
Yeah, Rampage really playing this SND well and showing all the good things that have been said about their SND game. It's on point so far, and LDLC, you know, they looked good and Infection, even though they lost 6-3, it was kind of close, but this one, so far, it's really not working in the favor on Artis.
Again, it's 2 close rounds in a 1v1 that go the way of tempo, but you have to win this round, I think, if you're LDLC, or this one might be over. 5-1 is going to be so difficult to overcome, especially when all those specialists start to pop. You have players working towards streaks, but Scraps is going to be the man we're watching here. He's got an HC, he's got his heat wave. Does he opt to use things early and take this one over? It looks like, yes, he does want to use the HC here. He's got 1 player mid-map, and that was Xerox able to take that out.
Yeah, I wonder why he left that HC on mid-map, because it was obvious it was going to blow up, and there was an angle to kill it.
Yeah, he was just trying to get some scouting information, I guess, but now they've wasted, 35 seconds here. They're going to try and wrap around to bridge. It's going to be Gitsum that's probably going to be the person that has to deal with this pressure.
They were just literally expecting one of the LDLC players to a very extent, but that didn't work out in the favor. So now they're going to be pushing onto the A side.
He saw that one. He saw that one. Look at the rotation coming in quickly.
Oh, that's good play off Getsum. Just getting the information. He's going to pick up that first kill, which is going to be his first kill in the whole SND, and now just trying to stay alive.
Yep, trying to stay alive. Going to peek the corner with the L-car. Able to grab that as well. Now it's Nerd by himself. He's 3-3. He's got 20 seconds to work with. He's able to find 1. 3 more to go. Can he pull off the 1 versus 4? They're all around the A site here trying to come in. There's one. There's one behind the bomb site. Do they opt the challenge? He doesn't have much time to work with. These players just need to run.
Oh, just in the bomb. Get out of there. Just run for your life.
Get out of there, and they play it well. I mean, the only option Nerd had was just to try and fly and somehow pull off a weak desperation 2-piece there. But that was a must-win for LDLC for me.
Absolutely. Nerd just wanting to stay alive to save his goal streaks. And if you are LDLC, what do you do? You've got 2 players alive. Surely you need to go for it to stop the school streak, because, well, maybe not. No, because the time was playing in their favor. I was thinking, you know, maybe one of their players should have gone to challenge to stop the school streak.
You know, when those 1v4s happen, though, it's usually some miscommunication or some mistake on the side of the 4 players there. Yeah, don't take the gamble. Just play it wisely. All right, now back to offense. We find LDLC trailing by 2 rounds. And let's see how they opt to hit this one.
Yep, and it looks like they're going a slightly different strategy. They've been very aggressive towards the cave now. They're just staying in the middle, waiting for one of the players from Rampage to show up, and it's not going to happen until Getsum finds Nerd, so it's going to be a 4v3. Could LDLC come back once again?
This player's still making me so nervous down here in water because he's near so many players. If he rotates back into A, he might be able to catch a couple. I still don't know if they've decided where they want to hit. Looks like they're going to be pushing into A now. Bomb carrier, Tony. Oh, if he goes into water, I think that was just checked. That was just checked by a player. They do have one the entire way in the back and one pushing steps.
Oh, such a bad timing for Tony. Is he going to be able to plant that bomb? Oh, that's the Rampage player saw him.
He still got it down. He somehow still gets it down. The play comes in. They have 3-2 advantage. And he's got coverage. There's one out back. He's got heat wave. Thinking about maybe flying at this player and using it. Pinching from the other side, coming up from top is going to be Ryan.
Oh.
But it gets 1, 2 versus 2. 30 seconds to go.
Do you think he used his heat wave?
Wait, there's a heat wave, and then you have a glitch here.
Oh, wow, it's going to be so close. LDLC must win this one. There's been way too many clutches situation coming in favor. Rampage so far looking good for Logan, picking up the first kill. However, Ryan gonna fly in and kill Logan. 13 seconds left. He needs to make that kill happen. He's going.
Oh, there's the glitch. He stays alive. Still picks up the 2 7.5. No, he does not. Not enough time, and LDLC gonna pull it off. The glitch just enough, because if he gets that kill before the glitch, I think he probably has a, second half, 2 seconds to get that defused?
And the problem is this player had been running around the same room for about 10 hours, so he literally glitched within the same room he was already in.
Oh, Lord.
Look at this.
It was just enough. Logan gets one in the back, and then clutches there.
Oh my god, I don't know how like literally, it's so funny because usually when you glitch far back in the map. It just literally glitched like a meter away from it.
Yeah, to the other side of the doorway, basically, but it was just enough. Like, that delayed it basically a couple seconds.
Tony actually used his heat wave. So he used his heat wave in the stairs and lost the gunfight. That could have been major. But that's going to be one less specialist for LDLC to use. They just won 2 rounds at the row. Can they make it 3 and come back 4-4?
Well, it looks like they want to push towards A now. Scrap's going to be your bomb carrier. There's one player the entire way in the back. That's Xerox playing some deep defense. And I'll see what his vision. Did he see that player? We should be able to decide on the rotation. Yep, you see one player rotating out of B. He definitely got eyes on. He needs to try and get a kill and stay alive. There's one. Not able to get it. Gets traded out, though. They're able to pick up a couple of kills. 3-2 advantage now for LDLC. Bomb is down.
Oh,
looks like it got picked up
1v3. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, that's a nice shot, but that is a tough engagement to take.
That's one I wouldn't have taken. However, Nerd trying his best to prevent LDLC from tying things up. But looking good so far. Getsum was going 0 and 5 or 4. I can't remember, but he got 5 kills in 2 rounds. So definitely stepping it up, and it's showing for LDLC as Logan will pick up that last kill to make it 3 rounds at the row. It's all tied up again. Maven, what a game.
This series is ridiculous. I just want this to go round 11 at this point. You'll see Logan, he was clutch with the glitch last round. Now he's going to be getting the final kill here.
He's been playing so well.
Yeah, he absolutely has. But Getsum coming alive, like you said, has been a big part of this. Now it's going to be Tempo's turn.
Have you seen Logan? Have you seen how close Logan plays to the screen? Literally, he's eating the screen as he plays.
I'm the opposite.
It's literally in his face.
I sit like a meat. Like I sit so far away. I can't do that. I don't know how players can sit so close, but look at this B stack you're going to get. But it looks like maybe mid-control coming out. There's one player playing behind the box. That's Nerd. He should get killed on the cross. No, he is going to get away.
Oh, 2 players in the war, just ready for a swim, and Momentus going to pick up that first kill. Ryan's going to keep up with it, killing Tony Jano. 2v3 in favor of Rampage.
Ooh, nice gunfight. Big win there, but they are about to get pinched. One player wrapping from either side. They've got to get out of here, and Scraps coming in from Hut, able to pick up both. Tempo 1 round away, and are you shocked that it's Scrap?
Yeah, Scraps once again being the clutch player for that Rampage lineup. Heads up play.
Easiest 2-piece of his life.
Yeah, probably. And kind of it's really a shame for LDLC that they were in this situation where they could both get killed from the back, because Logan has kinetic available, so he could have definitely clutched it if it came down to it. However, he's definitely going to look forward to use that one into this 10th round. Rampage got a shot at leading in the series. It could be 3-2 now.
It certainly could. So you have what? Glitch, and then you've got a couple specialists for the other side. I want to see if they get aggressive and maybe use this heat wave. Looks like they're playing a little bit passive on B, but now it's coming. Can they exchange? Able to pick up 1 kill. Second in the back, pops the kinetic. You've got to get something with this kinetic. You have to fly at this player. Can he get there in time? There it is. Catches him with a nade in hand. Going to be 3-2 advantage LDLC. And who is wrapped the whole way around? Ryan, okay, well, you're last alive in no man's land. Going to be rotating back. This might be going around 11.
Yeah, it will go to round 11. And talking about 11, look at the kills from Logan and from Scraps. Both 11 kills on the board. And this is it, Maven. Round 11, LDLC and Rampage are having such a close series.
Well, this is about to be a 4-hour series if we keep going at this pace. We've had
overtime.
In overtime. Now we've got a round 11 here. Who is going to take this one? We'll see in a second who's going to be playing defense.
Well, it's going to be LDLC, so they're going to have the cards in their hands to just control those bomb sites. However,
remember, they use their kinetic, and you've got almost a camo, and you have kinetic here. So is he going to fly into a waterfall? Is he going to push in through B? I'm not sure what route he's going to take, but he's got kinetic here. He needs to make a big kill with it.
They're playing slow. They're playing slow. However, Nerd, as I say, that is going to jump in the water.
Oh! He didn't get it off. He didn't. It's round
Logan. That's a massive kill.
You're damn specialist.
Oh, Logan coming in clutch once again, killing Nerd before he could make anything. However, Ryan gonna pick up a big kill onto Xerox now. It's 3v3 situation.
All right, 3-on-3. 55 seconds on the clock. Looks like they want to rotate out. I want to see what Gitsum's looking at here. He's in water.
All right, that's a tough spot.
It is if he, oh my God, if he pops to this top rock, he's got it. He is going to do it. He should be able to find one. There's one player. He's going to get taken from behind.
Oh, you're alive.
Oh my God. He almost got one kill and got out, but he got so much information there. They know that they're rotating across bridge now, so they're going to be able to set up pretty nicely here for the flank through B, for the push towards A. Tony by himself here to deal with it. What kind of push are we going to see out of Tempo? They don't have time to work with here. Just over 20 seconds on the clock. Looks like they want to push through B. Logan's going to be waiting for it. He's not able to find the kill. Can they get the bomb down in time? Scraps is your carrier. 2 versus 2. 15 seconds. They have to plant. There's a player there to defend. Can he get him down? He's got to try and plant. He's got nowhere to go. They're trying to find the kills. He finds one on step. 7 seconds left. Can he get the plant? 1 versus 1. He's going to stick it. He's going to get it in. It's all going to come down to the 1v1. Get some.
Oh, he didn't get time. Oh my God.
I thought he had it.
I think it was literally 0.5 seconds away.
I thought he had it.
Gitsum making the right play. Oh, this was so weird, but LDLC gonna come out on top as Gitsum just run away in the water and getting enough time. Oh my God, that's what the last round, Maven. What is going on?
You could tell they were stuck in that position where, when you have these long rounds that get down to time, you haven't got it planted, and the clock's against you, and they couldn't decide, I think, between do we find the kills, do we get the bomb plant? What's the choice there? We'll take a look at the stats here real quick, as you'll see 12 kills for Logan, 13 for Scraps. Both those players going huge, but Scraps' big performance not enough as LDLC gets the win. What is this series?
I'm at loss for words.
What is this series?
And honestly, if you're Scraps, I'd be so upset because that last kill onto Logan to make it a 3v2 was huge. Like literally, it was a very hard kill to pick, and it got it. And then it was a 3v2. I was like, oh, it's going to be so complicated because Tony was all alone on A and somehow managed to pick up the first kill and stay alive. Wow.
I need a massage, possibly some
I need a pacemaker.
Tylenol, a glass of water. Unbelievable series thus far. Can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. Machine, please take it.
Thanks very much, you two. So we need to get our head around this. We've got a beautiful desk of COD brains to pick after we witness what was a very, very, intense hunted. We went 6-5, round 11. Everything pointed to Rampage picking it up being one of their strongest game types. However, LDLC do it after what was that? Okay, let's start at the 11th round. I know that's weird, but we're going to do that.
It's a great place to start.
Yeah, great place to start. Let's start in the final round.
Stuff happened before, but none of that is important.
It comes down to our round, which, they highlighted it in the cast. Right, all eyes on Nerd. Kinetic armor, he decides to take a risk. Phil?
For me, this is the moment I just want to highlight. We were all going, he's got kinetic armor, he's going to wall run into B, use the kinetic armor and pick up 1 at least. This is the biggest mistake from him, but he really couldn't have expected it. That gunfight changed the whole game.
I was kind of expecting maybe push bridge and go for the trade across bridge. I don't know. Like you said, basically just use the kinetic, see what the better. This is a great shot from Ryan Gray, by the way. The prediction for that one. And then, funny enough, they actually got lucky. Here, the guys on Tempo, lucky and unlucky at the same time. The bit coming up. You saw a player peek out, gets him. It's going to be peeks out on top rock, finds a player, somehow doesn't make the kill, and then somehow stays alive.
How is he alive? That's 2 bursts he takes, and then proceeds to back away with all the information in the world. And it doesn't stop getting exciting from there because now all eyes on Rampage. They have 35 seconds to get the bomb down. There are 3 LDLC members still standing. Keep your eyes on Tony because he's going to become important later on. And Scraps, this whole round kind of blows your mind, but he has to try and get this ridiculous decision. He has to make a split-second decision whether he either plants and holds it, knowing there's a player nearby, or he hunts for that frag. And this is where it gets intense. 20 seconds, and it gets more and more chaotic from here.
If Scraps had lost that, they would have automatically lost the round, pretty much.
So, this is the decision. He's 13 seconds. He knows he can't plant. He just sees him in trophy. He's like, right, I've got to get a kill. I need to hunt for that kill on towards Tony, and this is where the hunt begins. So keep your eyes on that timer. 10 seconds. He gets the kill with the RK5. This is impressive enough. If Ryan had won that duel, the round's over, and they've won. But no, instead he tries to get it down, and it was 4.8.
If he would have ran up to it and just planted straight away without crouching, without trying to get cover, he may have got away with it. But they counted basically on both winning a 1v1, and because Getson won his 1v1 and was able to just to get out of there. He managed to secure that. And I mean, we rewind it here just so we can see how close it was. We'll try and bring it.
It was sub 5, but like just unbelievable. But to be fair, if your point, if he did plant in the front of the bomb, he'd have died to that push from Getson anyway. He had to try and find cover.
No, but look, I mean, he's running away. I mean, when he's coming back there, if he ran straight to it, without crouching.
Oh. Yeah, but you need 0.3 seconds to take the bomb on your hand. So
I mean, all in all, very well played from LDLC. The biggest player the round was that first one. Just take Kinetic Armor out of the game was crazy.
Power especially.
That was a big mistake. But also, we have to say that I think that Scraps relied on his teammate, Ryan Gray, because they were 2 versus 2. He said, fuck it. I'm going to go push stairs and try to pick a kill.
Just took a risk, and they said it was a gamble they did. They rolled the dice, and this time it was Snake.
It was Scraps consistently taking risks in that last one. We saw he massively pushed round with the bomb. Yeah. If he'd lost that 1v1, they would have lost that round regardless. Yeah. So it was a little bit crazy why they didn't try to consolidate and at least try to get the bomb down.
But let's not forget the clutching ability of Scraps in the earlier rounds. Like they wouldn't have had the lead that they started with because without Scraps, he only won 2 clutches, and then I mean, I guess when you have a playstyle like Scraps, is you're going to win rounds you shouldn't win, but you're going to lose rounds you should have won. I think that with that kind of gamble style play, it can be kind of give and take. But we're going to start addressing the ban and protect because it's time for Hardpoint. It's going to be over on Stronghold. We haven't got this far before. We are into our 6th map of our best of 7, and things could get a little dicey here. We haven't seen Stronghold yet, and it looks like we are going to once again an all-familiar face in the ban and protect see stock this time.
Just the Manowar and the Kuda are the newcomers, as we can say, in the ban and protect system. And then the VMP, they totally killed every single best SMG and AR at the moment. The Shiva is opened. I think LDLC are going to use it. I know that Tony J is pretty good with it. And also we will see a rapid fire now from that I don't know from whom, maybe Scraps or Logan.
Well, I mean, the point I want to make about this is the fact that, you talked about the Kuda and Long Barrel beforehand. You were actually saying that it doesn't work out. We'll take an opportunity to talk about that later. But still...
I love this ban and protect, by the way. This is great.
No concussion either. Go, Bryce, you expand on that.
Basically, it looked like the guys from Rampage Tempo were banning out assault rifles. They want this. I know it's hard to say, but high tempo. They want a high tempo game. They want us to be fast paced. So they banned out 2 of the main assault rifles, and then obviously you've got the guys from LDLC saying, well, we can play that game as well. Goodbye to the 2 top SMGs.
So, I mean, this is where we start to speculate, right? No ideal ARs, no ideal SMGs. Where do you go, Momo? Where do they take this?
Havoc Pharaohs.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at HVKs. Yeah. I mean, Pharaohs, the rapid fire is taken away, so I don't think we'll see Pharaoh as much, but with VMP and Kuda taken, what are you left with? Like, Shiva. Some people, Vesper, probably not. It is probably going to be the Pharaoh, or Weevil. Are they going to go...
The Weevil actually has been...
Weevil's a great weapon. I mean, the magazine in it is incredible. 50 bullets you can have, and you can just spray and pray with it. But for me, he's going on to this is how we've talked about specialists time and time again. The Purifier, obviously, I'm not sure if it was picked up there, but it was huge, and there's none being taken or banned or protected.
I have seen the Purifier actually been taken there, and this is one of the few maps it is efficient on. So not a lot of the times you can talk about it. It's difficult to use in positions, but here this has got a perfect hill for it. It's bunker.
Yeah.
You just because you're going to hold one way, and if you need to, you can just keep flaming that entrance. It's a great deterrent. So it's going to be great to kind of see the Purifier come into play here. Obviously, you do sacrifice some of the other things for it, though.
Absolutely. I think they banned the flashbang because they didn't want to, they want to prevent the other team to break the bunker hill because it's really easy with flashbangs. Maybe if they were going to use trophy or tactical mask, they can avoid that. I don't know. It was just maybe a waste using that ban for the...
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I think I would prefer to ban as the last ban for like a specialist like the Purifier or I don't know Heatwave.
Something that people can use to break the hill. I mean,
I probably would have banned Heatwave or something, or or something like that along the lines. I mean, Purifier. I don't think it's worth a ban. I said it's not usable in rocks. It's not usable in a few places, and it can become very inefficient. The Purifier because you can take it down so very very quickly because its range is not infinite.
Yeah.
it can be inefficient. But this, like you said, Bunker Hill is where they're going to use it.
It's a one-trick pony, right?
They could get it on Hill on P1 in the middle, and they'll still wait for Bunker Hill to use it.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's time for another map to begin. It is going to be something you haven't seen before: strong hold, hard point, or strong point, hard hold if you fill. But for now, we're going to be introducing your casters once again. I like to try and play around with it, so I'm going to have a go. We've got Oxygen and Maven. I've gone for Mavigen.
That was awful.
Yeah, that wasn't the greatest. I'm sure we can come up with better.
I love you, though, Machine. Great stuff as always. It's going to be a 250 to 249 game.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually the joke I had prepared, and we haven't even talked about it. So it's going to be a crazy game for sure.
Psychic abilities here, but everybody loading in, getting ready.
Why am I French? I'm leaving this 10 times harder.
I want a game 7 so bad, but also I'm casting the next match,
which is going to be as crazy.
I haven't slept in basically 2 days because of my travel here, so I'm worried that if I get a game 7, Giants and Fabi could go 7, so I may die.
But for now, this is map number 6. It's going to be.
We've got a Weevil.
Stronghold. Our point. LDLC, Rampage, and we got a Weevil! All
right, let's go. Kicking things off with Logan. Who's watching here? He's got it out, concussion out. First couple kills coming in. Ooh. Seeing the ability of the range there, trying to tag a player up.
All right, this is going to be a scraps against Tony battle with the XR2s. Honestly, they are both really good with it, and we see also HVKs being used, Weevil. So we see a lot of weapons that we haven't seen today because just that Baton Protect was crazy. So many weapons getting out.
It was absolutely ludicrous. You saw Weevils all over. I think it was Gitsom who's picked up a couple kills. That's actually going to be 3 now for him. Should be able to find a 4th behind. Getting it done with the Weevil. We'll take a look at the class. Looks like he's just rocking grip and quick draw. He's got 4 perks to go with that as well. And so far, so good. LDLC out to an early lead.
Yeah, I think this works actually better for LDLC because watching the regular league, even though when it's open, sometimes you see Gatum and Logan using the Weevil. So it's one weapon that they used to play with. HVK works really well for Xerox playstyle as well. And you see Tony JS with such a sharp aim onto those long-range shots, and it's gonna play in his favor moment to pick up a kill with that Weevil.
Well, see if he can find one. They've been racking up finally a bit of time here. There's his first kill, assist on the second. Might be able to find a third, but unfortunately gets caught with the Simtex in the hands. Gonna go over to Nerd, who's on a 3 streak right now. Make it 4, holding off the hard point here. Player pushes from Lambo. He'll get cleaned up by Ryan, and they're trying to mount the comeback. It was an early lead for LDLC, but now it is Tempo starting to pick up the pace.
Yeah, let's see how those players coming up from top can pick up those kills. So far, it's going to be Rampage making those nice kills happen. And look at Nerd. 6 kills at the row. Going to pick up that lightning strike. Going to use it straight away to try and unlock the Cerberus. And should be able... Oh, actually, no. He's only going to pick up scraps.
Sorry about that, friend.
Sorry.
So he gets the team kill. But like you said, one more kill. He can get the Cerberus. There's a player playing at back rock. I'm not sure if he saw him there at the satellite.
Now 20 points lead going into that third hill. However, LDLC with the rotation. Now they need to hold on to those spawns for the third hill, but also for the fourth because they are so close to each other. But when it comes to Outpoint and Stronghold, I can't help myself but think you've got to think about the hill number 5.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, that's the one where you're going to be able to pick up big time. Now, Tony getting in the hard point. You did see Nerd fall just short of that Cerberus. 75 points off, not able to pick up
every
the
time,
kill.
isn't it, in hard point? Every time.
It sure seems that way, but it's mayhem right now in and around the hard point. Nerd answering right back after that unfortunate death here. They've got just over a 10-point lead, trying to get something going. But like you said, it doesn't seem like this map usually opens up by a wide margin until you at least get through one full rotation.
Exactly. And so far, Rampage doing a good job holding on to that third hill. They didn't have the rotation for the second. They didn't have the rotation for the third, but they were able to break in successfully and hold on to that. I mean, Nerd has been doing a great job holding on to those both those hills with his combo LCAR with XR2, which I kind of like. You know, XR2 really long range, and LCAR is like a pocket SMG.
Yeah, it really, really is. Definitely an effective combo for sure. Logan picking up 3, not able to pick up the 4th, but Xerox there to get the cover. They're pushing from all sides. I think that was a teammate Simtex there that's going to clean him up. A couple down for LDLC, as now they're going to try and retake control. But the big part of this, again, is that next hard point here. Rack up as much time as you can on this in rocks and then worry about the early rotation.
Yeah, and as you've just seen, Logan is ready for barbecue in that L number 5. It's going to be so important. That Purifier is what you got to be watching for on that L number 5. But it doesn't matter for Tempo because they are almost 70 points in the lead.
Yep, they
Crazy.
are playing so well here, but the first rotation over is going to be for the side of LDLC when we're talking about the 5th hard point. They're going to get set up early. Logan's the man with the Purifier. On the other side is going to be Scraps. Scraps, I just want to check for a second, he has his as well. So whoever can get set up here early should be able to get this Purifier out, potentially pick up a bunch of kills. Now, where's the spawn coming? They're going to be pinching from basically every side now.
Yeah, they're really taking the time, which is what you need to do, because if you go one by one, there is literally not a chance that you're going to break in onto that hill. And here comes the pinch from Rampage. No, so far not able to pick those kills.
There's a burn.
Coming with the pre-fire, coming in big with that 2-piece, and now 4 players are going to jump in from the same spot. Logan still alive with the Purifier, not going to be able to convert any more kills. This is just contested right now.
Yeah, that player contesting in the corner doing such a good job here, because you had a pretty good play with the Purifier. He was able to pick up several kills, but they do such a good job contesting, and now the break is in from Tempo. LDLC, I think they only got like 10 points or so from that, which is insane to think about the fact that they had early control, early rotation, and it didn't really turn into any points.
Yeah, I mean, there was so much contest, and they're not going to be even going to be able to hold on to those last points. So going into the second rotation is going to be 134 to 77 for Rampage. Could we see a game 7, Maven?
It's feeling that way right now, but still close enough that LDLC absolutely in striking distance here. Let's go back to hard point number 1 here in the second rotation. One player flanked all the way behind. That's going to be Gitsum. He's going to be able to pick up one, not able to get a second, but control for the time being going to be falling to LDLC.
Yeah, and this lane department is really even between those two teams. No one's going really big, except maybe Nerd going 18 and 11 on the other side. The Weevil not really playing in Getsum's and Logan's favor, both going -3 and -4, but Getsum now in control of that hill, counting on Tony J with that XR2 to cover him. They're not that far away, maybe. It's completely possible to come back. It just seems like Rampage has been more in control.
Yeah, they certainly have, but like you said, not far out of this one at all. Let's see if they can lock down bottom mansion. A couple down for either side, but players popping now and vying for control. First person looks like to get set up here in a good position is going to be Nerd. He's going to be watching back couch. You can see players set up above him. Those are teammates he's targeting right now. Going to refocus back towards mid-map. He's trying to watch back ramp as well. He's doing a good job staying alive, but he's going to need some help here as the aggression comes in.
Yeah, he's basically one.
Not able to pick it up. 60-plus point advantage right now for Tempo, but you see Tony picking up a 3-piece. This is going to give them, at least 10 points or so. They might give up the full final time here, which will allow LDLC to get a little bit closer.
And there we go. Xerox got the site available and drops straight away. That was such a thing that I was looking for, because coming into that 3rd and 4th hill, I spotted that Xerox had his site available for the whole time. I was like, this could be the difference maker, but it literally pulled it and died straight away. It was so unlucky.
That's what's so risky about running 3 weapons at times, and now Ryan's going to be pulling out the scythe on the other side. Let's see if he can be a bit more effective. The fact he's picked up 1 kill is already getting a little bit more done. Make it 2, trying to lock down any kind of push from bunker, and you see that's where they're spawning. Look, they're basically back steps and flying out of bunker. Easy positions here to lock down with the scythe. Let's make it 1 more. 4 streak here for Ryan. There's a 5th behind wall. Unfortunately, there's an HC car hitting him in the dome. That was Xerox dropping. About to hit the 200-point mark is Tempo, looking to blow this one wide open.
Yeah, let's be careful though. Let's not count LDLC out just yet, because they mounted a crazy comeback on the first map. It's looking really good for Rampage so far, if they can hold on to that lead. And you can see Nerd going 27 and 15, having a hell of a game to lead his team into a game number 7.
Well, I thought Ryan was going big. He's on a 5 streak, but you've got Nerd on a 6 streak. This hill has been huge for them getting set up. He's able to pick up 1 at least, and then you have a lightning coming in for Ryan as well. They might be able to close it out here, as they need just around 25 points here to win this one. You see the players flying in, trying to get the break, trying to contest right now, and now he's just going to streak this one out. We'll see if they try to win it here or if they're going to just hold on for bunker.
Yeah, but Ryan's going to only pick up 1 kill with that lightning, but all the kills coming in. It feels like, honestly, maybe throughout the past 2 minutes, LDLC has picked up 6-7 kills. It's all Rampage in the kill feed, and Rampage are about to come in big with this help.
You need basically a full 60, I think, for LDLC on bunker to even get a shot here.
Not even. It's like then you got onto P1 and it's like 18 points left. You're gonna scrap those.
Yeah. This is gonna be really, really difficult. But you can't say it's impossible with how crazy LDLC's been playing in the clutch. You have your purifier up. If they can get a break here early, they might look okay. The first side to push in is probably gonna be Tony and get some. They're gonna try and go in. You see the Tempest. Can he connect on any of these players? Such a tough angle. You see the purifier getting popped for the side of Tempo as well. They might be able to hold on and just win it here. But Logan has won one in the back. He's got the purifier. He's going to get shut down. This should be it. They're holding on, trying to stop the potential push. Tempo closing it out here and forcing a Game 7, 250 to 139.
Of course, Maven, we are going to Game 7. With the way this series had been, there was no other way that it wasn't going to end on last map, last SND. And with the way SND just happened on Hunted, I'm just expecting something crazy to happen once more. It's got to go to round 11 once more.
Well, we'll take a look at the stats here real quick before we toss it over the guys. You see Nerd having a big game. Ryan had a couple big streaks as well. Scraps plus 9, with almost 3 minutes in the hill for Nerd and going 30 kills. What a big performance.
Yeah, it was basically Nerd versus LDLC on the hardpoint stronghold, and it's kind of funny to see that on the first map it was really close, and even though LDLC came back, it was close. But this map, it seems like it wasn't even close. From the second hill, Tempo was able to hold on to lead.
Yeah, it's funny because I just kept waiting for LDLC to make that push, to come up clutch and make it a tight game. But this is the first one that really has opened up. A 100-point margin is a big, I guess, momentum boost, I think, for Tempo to push this in to the Game 7.
So now if you're LDLC, maybe don't focus so much on protecting the stock and maybe trying to get that M8 in, because apparently the XR2 is not working in favor.
Well, all those gun bans, it's unusual to see 4 taken out, but it seems to have paid off for Tempo. Maybe they're a little bit more comfortable playing with a wider variety of weapons, whereas LDOC wants to be more comfortable with it, with your typical M8 VMP combo. But let's send it over. Machine, Brycey, Momo, Power. What are your thoughts?
Oh, Maven remembered me. That's a start. We're doing well. We are cooking on gas. And actually, what a better way to make a best of 7, a relegation. You've got a lead.
They've done what I predicted them to do on the first hard point.
Yeah.
It just took 5 maps to actually get to it. But no, I mean, this is pretty much what I expect from Rampage on the hard point, and this should have ended on this map, but they messed up on the first hard point, so we've gone all the way through. So yeah, we're now going all the way to the end here, and you've got to be asking yourself, that pressure question is coming up again now.
Right.
It really is. One search and destroy.
I mean, you've had an overtime in evac. You've now seen you saw a round 11 on S&D on Hunted. Stronghold. That's probably the least close game they've had in this